What's up, guys? Philip here, and I am not in the garage currently. I am in Orlando, Florida. Had to come down here for a wedding, but I figured I would go ahead and give you guys a little training recap, show you a few sessions that I got done this past week. And so I started it off with a leg day on Tuesday. Didn't go super heavy, stayed at 4 plates on the low handles of my trap bar for 4 sets of 8, and I was trying to limit my rest because I was kind of in a time crunch, but it made it even harder. I also jumped onto my belt squat afterwards. I didn't go super heavy on them today. Again, I was limiting my rest, and so my legs were burning pretty badly at this point, but just did 4 sets to kind of failure to get a really good burn. And at this point, I was laying on the ground in between sets, guys. It was really rough. The garage was hot all week long, and so it was just kind of a slow drain on me each training session. But knocking those out, I only did 12 total work sets on this day, and I was absolutely fried, guys. Sometimes you just got to get down to business, get down and dirty, and train, and not take too long. So that's how that one went. And next I moved on to a push day, which started with a close neutral or a neutral grip press on my football bar, and I kind of pushed it a little bit harder than I did last training session, just warming up. This bar is a 30-pound bar, so this is technically 210 just for reference, but trying to pause my reps, trying to control my reps. I can definitely feel more tension on my pec as I am going heavier, and so I'm trying to guard against it a little bit, keep those elbows tucked, and keep a neutral grip on my pressing for right now. So just moving up, this is 230, and just again working those pause reps. I'm very big on pause reps and pressing explosively. So trying to get some sets of 8, getting closer to RPE 10. This set was about RPE 10, but keeping the reps a little bit higher, not doing any triples or sets of 5 or anything like that. Sticking to 8 rep sets or higher, or at least I'm trying to on these big, heavy pushing movements. So this is 245. So top set, most I've ever done on this is 260 for a set of 8 paused. So all things considered, 245 for 8 paused is pretty good. So next I moved on to some champagnes. Just did 2 sets of 60s and 1 set of 70s. So did 1 set of 60s for 8, this set of 70s. I got it for 7 at this point. I was pretty fried, and I didn't have that much energy left, so I just kind of got what I could get. Got 7 on these, and then I bumped back down to the 60s after this one because it didn't quite go how I wanted it to. So I went ahead and lowered the weight again and tried to knock out another good set on it. But these are great. I love this exercise, and it's a lot easier on your shoulders, but it still works your front delts, your triceps, and your pecs quite a bit. So I really do like this one. Any kind of neutral grip on any exercise typically is going to be a little easier on your shoulders. So next after that, I moved on to just a light dumbbell fly. Don't feel like there is any reason to make this really heavy right now, but I do want to get kind of acclimated back to the movement, and it still feels a little bit strange, I'm not going to lie, which is why I'm keeping it quite a bit lighter than my other stuff. That weight kind of out of my midline is a little bit strange feeling right now, so just trying to stay very controlled with them and not go too heavy. But I did 4 sets of high reps on this, and then once I finished this up, because these sets took forever, after that I did some body weight tricep extensions. So I just did 4 working sets of these. Love this exercise because it's infinitely scalable. I mean, you can make it as hard or easy as you need it to be, but this is kind of where I ended up, and this was a good point. So just did 4 sets of what I could get. It was between 10 and 12 reps on each one, and then moved on to my last day, which was a back day. I did this one at 4 a.m. before we got on the road to Gainesville for the night, and it was pretty good. I got a new lat bar, and I like this one much more. The bends are less dramatic in it, so just working up to a top set of 235 on it today, and then finishing out with a couple sets of 200. But you're gonna have to forgive me for this one. Did not do pull-ups on this back day. I was really tired, and I wanted to go to the easiest exercise that I could find, to tell you the truth. So went with lat pull-downs just this once, and then moved on to a dumbbell row. Just did a warm-up set with 60s, and then jumped up to an 85 and got some really good reps trying to kind of unlock that back, really get a good stretch in that lat and that back, and then squeeze at the top, get a little pause at the top. So did 3 sets with the 85, a set of 8, a set of 12, and a set of 10 on each side, getting a really good pause in there. So these feel really good. They were also a pretty good back saver since they were done with my chest against the bench. So really like this one. Just showing you guys a couple sets. Guys, it is really advantageous to kind of pause at the top, really get that good squeeze. I was trying to visualize pulling it against that pad as hard as I could at the top, to make sure I was keeping it locked in, and I could feel a really good burn in my back while doing these. So just throwing that out there. And then we moved on to eventually to some shoulder extensions right here. Did some shoulder extensions, just kind of 4 working sets on the day. I did them kneeling because I don't get the best range of motion when I try to do them standing, but went ahead and just kneeled for those, and they went really well. You can see me trying to really flare out those lats and get them activated and working. So did 4 sets of those and moved on to just some body weight rows through the axle bar and the rack for some increased grip and my feet up on a bench. But these were moving and I was feeling super explosive. So that's just kind of my workout for the week, guys. I hope you enjoyed the footage. Have any questions, drop them down in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys watching this, and as always, I will catch you guys later.